sit at the front door, waiting for those hinges to move. Squeezing my knuckles, leaving imprints for you. Holding my breath, pretending I don't feel like I do. Imagining you reading my mind and making my dreams come true. My heart's a vacant seat and I'm always longing for you. But you never seem to notice, you never seem to notice that I do. So I walk to the window and continue to long for you. And I get frustrated that none of these faces look like you. Not having you here makes my world feel like dust in the wind, and I have to watch it fade away all through my hands. My heart's a vacant seat and I'm always longing for you. But you never seem to notice, you never seem to notice that I do. Oh, I do. My heart's a vacant seat and I'm always longing for you. But you never seem to notice, you never seem to notice that I do. Why did my heart choose you to be my everything? Why did my heart choose you to be my everything? Why did my heart choose you to be my everything? My heart's a vacant seat, I'm always longing for you. But you never seem to notice, you never seem to notice that I do. Oh, I do. Oh, my heart's a vacant seat and I'm always longing for you. Oh, but you never seem to notice, you never seem to notice that I do. You never seem to notice, you never seem to notice that I do.
Hey everyone, happy Pride Month. Welcome to Be Our Guest, our weekly virtual happy hour with industry professionals. I'm Dev Janki, Artistic Director of Live and in Color. We are an artist-serving organization dedicated to developing new stage works that promote and celebrate diversity. That beautiful song you just heard before the stream started is called Vacancy, and it is written and sung by our very special guest today. Before I introduce her, I want to remind everyone watching that June is our month of giving. There are just 2 weeks left to win a matching gift of $10,000. So far, we've raised $6,800, and we need to raise just another $3,200. Your gift of any amount will be doubled now through July 11th, which is the day of our Summer Garden Party benefit concert. Together again. Buy your tickets for our first in-person event of the season, or make a tax-deductible donation by going to liveandincolor.org right now. Double your impact today. Now, grab a cocktail and start leaving a question for our wonderful guest in the comments, who actually will be performing in our July Garden Party concert in 2 weeks. Please welcome the wonderful singer, writer, actress, and winner of Connecticut's Got Talent and a Live and in Color alum, the fabulous Riki Stevens. Hello, hi, my love. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good to see you.
It's been so long since we've connected. We'll be seeing each other in a couple of weeks up in Connecticut. I'm very excited.
Yes, me too. Oh my gosh, much needed. Oh.
Yes. Where are you joining us from today?
I am in Norwalk, Connecticut. That's where I'm from. And I'm in this cute little cafe. It's called Cafe Aroma. And they have the best Wi-Fi here. So I decided to come out and so that we could at least have like a fluid conversation.
I love it.
You know, just be out. So it's nice. It's nice.
Is that town home for you originally, where you were born and raised, or you?
Yep.
Wow.
This is home. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Home,
I'm always curious. Growing up, what inspired you to pursue a career in the arts? What was the spark for you as a young kid?
Honestly, what inspired me? Wow. Church. Church and school. Church, we had to, like, if you grow up in a Black church, like, you have to sing. Everyone has to sing. It doesn't matter if you can sing or if you can't, they're going to make you sing. And so we all sang in the choir. It was terrifying for me. I hated it. I didn't like people. Like, I didn't like, not people, but I didn't like crowds. So for a while, it took me just, like, it was a while. I was trying it out, but I sounded horrible, actually, to tell you the truth, because I was crying the whole time. But for some reason, they just kept pushing me and putting me in the choir. I kept it up during school. I tried to, play instruments and be in the choir. I just was naturally drawn to it and watching movies and all types of stuff. I loved it. So I kept with it, and eventually my little voice started to come out. I started, getting over my nerves, and people started to notice, like, hey, there's actually something here. So after college, I figured, you know what, I'm jumping, but after college was really when I made the decision to, like, take it seriously. Before, it was just something that I did in church and in school, and I love, like, it was like, oh, this is nice. It gets me, like, very positive attention, but I didn't take it seriously until I graduated college.
Did you, like, in high school, did you perform at all? Did you perform in school plays, or did you start writing your music then? Or
no, I wasn't writing music at all. And I was playing an instrument, but I was playing the violin. I was learning the violin.
I didn't know about you. Do you still play?
I could figure it out. No, but I'm very rusty. But there's certain things that, like muscle memory and things that I do remember still, and I can feel in my body now. So I feel like if I picked it up, I'd be able to play something. But at the time, I wasn't writing music, didn't know anything about songwriting, to be honest, or just didn't think about it. And the only performance that I really did was Cinderella in my 12th grade year of high school. I decided to try out for the drama club, and I wanted to do Cinderella because I loved it. And it was like the Whitney Houston one or whatever with Brandy. And I was like, ooh, I'm totally going to try to be Whitney Houston, the fairy godmother. I was like in there, and I got the leading role, which was really, really, really cool. Really cool.
You did.
I was like, what? It was so cool. That opened my whole mind to something new. That was my first time, like, doing something like that, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it, and it came to me very, very, very easy. So that sparked a fire in me, and in my 12th grade year of high school, about possibly trying to do a little bit more acting and musical theater. Yeah.
Well, and I know you've gone on to do some many other things. I'm so glad you are performing because you are so dynamic on stage. I was so fortunate years ago to be introduced to you by our dear friend Brianna Rose, who said, you need to see this person. She's really incredible. And of course, I instantaneously was like, she's incredible.
Thank you.
I lured you into my web.
Yep.
And, we're so happy to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
So you won Connecticut's Got Talent, which was incredible.
Awesome.
For our viewers who don't know, can you talk a little bit about how the competition worked and how that whole process was?
Yeah, okay. I'll try to keep my story short because I can go on. I'm going to try. But okay, so I actually moved home from Harlem. I was living in New York, moved home. I was actually super depressed around that time. Because I didn't want to be home. I felt like things were not working out like musically for me. I was like being very down on myself in that time. So in order to like get myself, kickstart myself and get myself out of that mood, I started looking for stuff in the area out here. And I was like, okay, there's got to be music out here. Like, what are they doing in here? And I found an art show that seemed very interesting. So I made a plan to go with my sister to this art show because I was like, okay, this will make me feel better. I'll be around art. It picks up your mood and stuff. So I was just like, okay, let's go. I don't know how this happened. The universe works things out, I guess. But like I swear I was going to an art show and I ended up at the Wall Street Theater. And, like people are like paying tickets to get it. I'm like, wait, what is this? This is not the show. So my sister and I ended up getting free tickets to go inside the show. So we go in, we sit down, and we find out that it's a whole competition. It's Connecticut's Got Talent. So there's people auditioning, like young and old. They're dancing, singing, rapping. They're comedians, magicians, everything. And I'm just like, oh, this is like America's Got Talent. This is so cool. So I'm watching in the audience, and I just got inspired and I said, I want to do this. So I went home that night and I looked up to see if there were, auditions were still open, and they were. I sent in this really crappy little video of me like just strumming him, in my mom's house on a guitar. I sent it in, and Billy Blanks Jr. is the one who was running that, and he got back to me right away. And I went in and I auditioned. I auditioned with an original piece of mine, which I was very nervous to do, but it went over very well. I went up to the next round, and then I also auditioned with that last final round. I also auditioned with a song that I wrote as well, and it was awesome. It was just great.
How many rounds were there?
There's 3 rounds. Yeah, 3 rounds. So there's the first round the initial round, you audition, you get in. Then there's another round where you have to perform and kind of, have your look and everything together. And then there's that final round. And they do, you actually end up we did a show with all of there were like first place, second place, third place. So we all ended up doing a show together, which was really nice. Yeah.
Well, it's such a great story. I mean,
it's fun.
It's so great. But I also think, it's such a great, it sort of presented you to the world. I mean, people like really got to know you, which was, I think, so great.
Nice.
You started speaking about it, but you write so much of your own music, which is just, I adore all of it and listen to, there you are.
Oh, look at me. Oh my God.
Where do you look for inspiration when you're writing? And also, I'll just first go and ask you another question after that.
That's a really good question. Okay, when do I look for inspiration? Wow. Oh my goodness. I like to listen to a lot of folk indie artists. Also a lot of like, I don't know, alternative music really inspires me. So I like to listen to a couple artists like Corinne Bailey Ray. She's a terrific writer. She's actually the reason why I taught myself guitar, because I just wanted to be like her. She's amazing. So I like to listen to her, but then I'll jump over and listen to like Bon Iver, or like what's that girl who plays the Bug song? She's so good, the Bug Collector. She's amazing on guitar, and I like to kind of mix it up with like a few like sounds that I'm into. And then when I'm sitting down and trying to think of something to write, I have two processes, I guess, so far that I've noticed. So there's one process I have where I just begin to I'll find a chord and I'll find something that feels really good to me. And then I'll just sit there and I'll wait until some words come to me or a story will come to me. And then I'll just begin to kind of sing the story out. And then there's another process that I have that I write about. I'll just sit there and kind of dry write about something that's like on my mind or something that I want to write about it. And then I'll sit there and I'll kind of take out like lines that really stick out to me. And I'll try to fit those into some way into the melody of the song.
Wow.
So yeah, it's fun.
So we got to hear in the intro your song "Vacancy," which was just gorgeous. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about that song and its genesis and what it means to you?
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, I love that song so much. So everybody always tells me this is really cool. I think you think this is cool, but I've heard a lot of people tell me that it sounds like it could be in a musical theater like production, which is really interesting. And I'm like, okay, Dev, maybe we should talk. No,
I've been telling you for years you need to write a musical, so get on that.
But it's such a cool song. So that song, oh my gosh, I wrote that about. Well, I don't mean to be like somber or sad, but a lot of my like with all artists, a lot of pain and unfortunate situations are really, really like great material. So I wrote that about not having my dad around, and how it worked out for me was I just closed my eyes because I was having trouble like just writing a song about that. Like, how do you write about emotions like so strong? So I just sat there and I isolated one incident and I just said, okay, what can I talk about? Just one little moment. And I just began to write about the moment. And like the words are, the beginning of the song is, I sit at the front door waiting for the hinges to move. Like I just imagine this young girl just like waiting there. And what would be happening? What would she be feeling in those moments? And then from there, it just kind of built into like a whole song. And the idea of vacancy came from like I saw like myself on a stage looking out in the crowd, because how in movies you've seen like those views where they'll look out in the crowd to see if their parent is like sitting in the seat that they're assigned. So I saw that imagery like of me like out in the crowd like singing and looking at a spotlighted seat with a vacancy sign on it, like it's open. And I just thought of like vacancy, and then it turned into vacancy, and it's just weird. Yeah, it was a lot. But and I just like that song just came to life. It just started to come to life, and I worked on it with Ethan Isaac, who works at the Underground Factory out here in Norwalk, Connecticut, which is an amazing recording studio. I worked with him. And then I don't know if you know Amos Lee, but Amos Lee is one of my favorite artists. His guitar player is playing all the guitar parts in the back, which was really cool. His name is Ryan Hummel, and he was really great and such a cool experience.
Well, it sounds like you work with a ton of interesting collaborators. How do you go about finding collaborators for your music? I mean, they seem to just come to you, right?
Well, yes, people reach out, and I'll know if someone will know of me from someone, or I'll meet someone at a show. So that's usually how it happens. And then we're like, hey, let's do something.
Is there anyone you're dying to collaborate with?
Oh, yes. Okay, there's a couple. Okay, I always think about this, and then when I start to talk about it, I'm like, I go blank. But I would love to collaborate with, oh my God, Corinne Bailey Rae. That'd be amazing. I'd also love to collaborate with Jill Scott. That'd be a very interesting vibe there. I think that'd be really cool. I would love, who else would I love to collaborate with? Sade. That'd be really cool. Uh-huh. I'm just naming like the big ones,
You should. I mean, they would be lucky to have your voice joining with them.
And that's so sweet. Thank you. I would love to collaborate with probably like, oh my God, like Shaka Khan, or like, who else? I don't know. What's his name? Nipsey. Oh my God. Oh Lord, I forgot his name. He's an amazing producer and old time producer. Like he produced like Black Guy, produced like so many amazing like big stars. What is his name? I can't think of him right now. I'll text you
Well,
later.
maybe someone in the comments will.
Because he's amazing. Like he's worked on like everything with like Stevie Wonder and like Michael Jackson. Like he's an amazing producer. I can't think of his name. I feel bad.
Okay. Has anyone ever recorded your songs? Have you ever had anyone else sing your material, or have you always?
No, I've never had that happen before. Oh,
maybe one of those people will sing one of your songs.
That would be really awesome.
Just going to one of your other many careers, because you seem to, I know you model, you act, you are also a dance fitness trainer, which is incredible. There you are with your troupe. How did that journey begin? Because I didn't even know when I met you that you were a dancer, and I was just like, "What's happening?"
Oh my gosh! Honestly, it's something that a thing that I have always loved all my life, that I just figured out how to turn into a job. But I've always loved to dance. When I was a kid, I used to sit and have the headphones in my ears and just like imagine like tons of people doing the same choreography. And I used to be it was amazing. I was just like all by myself, just like, and I loved it. But I never studied, never had the opportunity to study. So I started dancing, whenever I could. I started dancing like when I was out, and I started trying to find stuff in New York. There's always a dance class in New York. So I started trying to find stuff out there. But it wasn't until I started working as a dance fitness instructor until I moved back home, which is really cool. So moving back home, I met Billy Blanks Jr. from Connecticut's Got Talent. He happens to have a dance fitness company called Dance It Out. He's amazing. I don't know if you know his dad too, Billy Blanks, the Taibo guy. So his dad does Taibo, and he has like the whole dance fitness thing. So he certified me, and I started working at Equinox. I've been working for Equinox for a while, and then that just grew into more, opportunities. People were just finding out about it, and I just recently started my own program or business called Riki Dance Fit, where I teach my own classes. I have my own schedule, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, you really amaze me that so much of your career, many careers, are all self-taught. I mean, you taught yourself the guitar, you taught yourself to dance. Like, it's really amazing.
Thank you so much.
What's next? I wonder.
Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, but thank you.
I have had the great pleasure to work with you, and Connecticut audiences have had the great pleasure of seeing you in many of our concerts. You're a Live and in Color alum, and in fact, we wanted to show a little video, a short clip of you from when you performed for We Are Family, our benefit, which is you.
I wonder if you care. Can you even imagine? No need for hunger, no need a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I get chills even just on video watching that. That's you and Diana Huey singing. For those of you who are in the air, please come up in 2 weeks to see Riki sing, because it's just magical. But yes, together again. Get your tickets. Our mission, as you know, at Live and in Color, is to connect diverse communities to create new stage works. In the world we're living in and all the discussion about DEI issues, what does having an inclusive working environment mean to you?
Oh man, having an environment where everybody's viewpoints and perspectives, needs, wants, and desires are paid attention to and taken time to yeah, just to be given like delicate and sensitive attention, making sure that everybody's voice is heard. I mean, yeah, perspective is huge, and perspective is like built by your beliefs and your culture and or where you're from and what you prefer. So I think like it's really huge to always try to have an environment, an inclusive and working environment would ideally be one that's able to include all of these perspectives and try to see the world from many different standpoints, and
Yeah.
know that everybody's different. It's not that it's right or wrong, it's just different. And there's gold in here and there's gold in that one too, and like let's figure that out, let's work with that. So yeah, and just everyone being respected and treated well and treated with kindness. Yeah.
Yeah. On the heels of the past year and a half and the reckoning that's happening in the country and the world, do you think things are shifting? Do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. I think things are shifting. I know it looks crazy. I know we had like a really rough, like this past year, or year, even like even now. Maybe it's a little lighter now, but I know it's been pretty rough. But I think that I really am a huge believer in energy, in work and happenings that we can't see, the things that we're made of without the skin and without our bones, like that, that energy. I believe in that. And I know that when things are about to change, when things are about to get better, all of the mess, all of whatever, the dirt, all of that's got to be shaken up and cleared out, and it's got to be uprooted. So we've got to go through this in order to get to a better place for sure. So I think things are changing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I'm very hopeful.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So, Riki, we have a bunch of questions from viewers. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Nicole Gray says, "We love seeing you perform with Live and in Color at the Big M Camp. You were awesome. Do you think what do you think of the music scene in Connecticut?"
Connecticut has they definitely have a vibrant music scene over here. It's really cool because here me and my guitar is like a big deal because it's just a great scene for that. It's a really nice, great singer-songwriter scene out here. Also, like jam bands are huge. Restaurants are huge on having like all types of music, but it's very acoustic and guitar, like live, like jam band heavy over here. But it's great. I was touring with a reggae band. They're really fun, called Talking Heads, and they're huge out here, and they're all over the place, and they have like such a great vibe. So it's very like, I don't know if you've heard of whoever asked that question. I don't know if you've heard of like Gathering of the Vibes, or like kind of, I would want to say like hippie kind of vibes in that sense, like real free, like woo, like it's definitely like out here. That feeling is definitely out here when it comes to music, and people just want to hang out and have a good time. And I've been singing a lot, a fair amount out here too, so it's been really nice. Really, really.
Well, in my experience, just in the musicians I've met, Connecticut has some extraordinary talent.
Oh yeah.
It's really kind of amazing.
Absolutely.
Let's take one more question. Lizzie says, "What are your favorite instruments? Your music is beautiful."
Thank you, Lizzie. My favorite instruments, the violin.
Oh yeah.
It's probably my favorite instrument. It's such a beautiful instrument, and I love the guitar. Do I have any other favorite instruments?
So what other instruments do you
Probably
play?
the drums.
Are you a drummer? Do you play drums?
No, I wish. I love the drums though, but I would. I'll probably learn. I'll just learn. But drums are cool. But I only play. I only play guitar now, and a little piano too. Yeah.
Okay. I think there's one more question. Let me get to that. Iman says, "What is your go-to karaoke song? Your voice is stunning."
Oh, that's so good. Oh, my go-to is what's it called? No Doubt. Don't Speak. There we go.
Oh, I want to hear you sing that.
That is my go-to. I love singing that song.
I love it. I love it. Riki, do you have any other, besides, coming out to Connecticut for our concert, do you have any other shows coming up that you know of yet?
Yes, I do. Let me think. Oh man, my brain. Yeah, I have a show in Brooklyn at a venue called Quantum. It's with my friends Marcus Machado. He's a great guitar player, and his sister Vicky Cassius. They've been hosting these really cool online open mics streaming it from the club. But now that everything's open, they've had people coming in. It's really great. And they're having a ladies' night. So I'm going to be performing some of my new music that I worked on with her, with the DJ, which is really cool. I can kind of dance and do some stuff a little bit, be a little bit more like theatrical on stage, which I like. We're going to be performing some new music from this EP that we've been working on. So that's, oh gosh, let me get you the date for that.
Well, that what they can do is go to your socials and check it out.
Follow
You have to make sure you follow Riki.
Yes,
and
please.
I think you're going to probably hear some of her work on July 11th if you can join us. Riki, we are out of time. I told you it would fly by. But, for our viewers, as we mentioned earlier, all donations made during this month will be matched dollar for dollar up to $10,000. Please make a tax-deductible donation today to support Live and in Color by going to liveandincolor.org right now. All money raised goes towards our amazing artists and developing their new work. So next week, join us when we chat with new musical writer and Live and in Color alum, the amazing Jaime Lozano. He is wunderkind. His show Present Perfect we developed through our company, and he's a force in the musical theater industry, and I'm so excited to get to chat with him. Also, to see more episodes of Be Our Guest, please make sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who tuned in today. Thank you, Riki, for joining me. We'll be seeing you super soon at our summer garden party. And I adore you, and I'm so proud of everything you're doing and have done. Would you lead us in a little toast as we say goodbye?
Oh my gosh. I don't have any. I didn't grab a coffee.
That's okay. You can pantomime.
I messed up on that. Okay. Dev, I'm going to pass it on to you. I don't even know how to lead a toast.
Whatever you do. Well, I will just say this is the end of Pride Month, and I am so proud to know you and all our amazing artists, and I can't wait to be together again on July 11th and to be celebrating you and all the amazing talent out there. So thank you for joining me. Cheers.
Cheers.